Hello folks, LA Little here with TA Today, and I'm going to bring you another edition of updates with respect to where things are. In this particular case, we're going to look at the mega cap stocks, the technology stocks. These guys have been on quite a run, and it looks like it's finally time for that to end. Now when I say end, I'm talking about short term. It may end up being intermediate term. Matter of fact, I think there's a good chance that it may be. But let's look at the short term to start with. Here's the mega cap that's been leading everything, which is NVDA, right? Has had a fantastic run. If you look over here on the monthly, going all the way from 13 to 133. That's a tenfold increase, and that's over the last year and a half. That's a magnificent run. Now, why may it be finally doing its thing? Bullish, 93%, 94%. This thing has ran a long way. Needs some resets. Needs resets on the MTTFs. Those are the mean time to failures of the trend. And if we look at the trend, trend's been bullish everywhere. Where's the reset? Well, you have to break a swing point low. Swing point low is down here. That's 103. Actually 109. If you look at that 106.94 is the actual number. That says that you got to get down there to break it. Now, how are you going to get down there? Well, you got to top out somewhere. Well, here was the top. You got to top 2.5 weeks ago. You come down hard, and then what do? You rise back up, which is what you should do, right, on a stock that's been this strong. Now you've set up 3 swing point lows that are all together. You break these guys, you're going to get a faster whoosh down. What's that going to do? It's going to take you down to this one and take you down to this gap area. And where is that? That's below this guy. That's the setup. That's NVIDIA. That's saying, hey, NVIDIA has probably done what NVIDIA is going to do. NVIDIA is going to level out and probably set up a consolidation range at best, probably from here to here at worst, and that's the setup. If you haven't taken profits, you probably want to think about it. Let's go to the next one here. I'm going to go to META. META is another one that looks like it's topped out. If I look at META has the same sort of situation here where you're extended on your intermediate term time frame. That means you got to break a swing point low, which is down there. Why is this topped out? Well, you just did a bearish engulfing. You came off a high, you broke a high right here, and you're about to break the retest regen. That retest regen actually that already broke. It broke it there. This was the swing point high. And so you're saying that, hey, more than likely this thing's going to go down, not up, in the short-term time frame. Again, one of those stocks has had a fabulous run to the upside. Can still go farther on the bullish side here. So, I'm not saying things are going to crash. I'm simply saying that, the runs have been made. And if you're trying to push for runs at this point, you're probably pushing against the wind. And you'd be a lot better off to take this money, allocate it somewhere else, at least some portion of it. Why made this break down hard? Look at this. You got 3 swing points lined up right together. That's going to push it. When it does, this is the big anchor bar, all right? It's going to push into that anchor bar. 434, 494, I guess. Over here, that number's 487, so it's going to push it into that. Can it get down to this swing point low? Yeah, I think it's going to take time, but yes, I think so. That's META. If we look at the next one. Now, Amazon's the next up here. Amazon not showing you a top yet. Could turn into one. Really not a top, just a consolidation pattern here. You got a swing point high. It's a retest regen. I wouldn't say you have a top until you get a break of this area. That's 184, 183. So that's Amazon. And what we see here in the SOXX is that, yeah, potentially it's got a little top here because it got over and back under. It couldn't hold. But again, you got to at least break a retest regen, and haven't done that yet. On the verge of doing so. I think that this one is close but not done. Here's bullish, 60%, 65. Can go a little bit farther. You still have some potential targets out there, but they're so far away, I doubt they make sense anymore, at least short term. And so my take here is that As NVIDIA cools, as NVIDIA comes down, it's going to pull some of the SOXX down with it. So in general, you're at that point now where you're getting what you should get at some point, which is, hey, this thing's gone too far, too fast. It's got to come back. Some people just ride it out. Some people say, well, let's take some money off of here, put it elsewhere. I'm actually of that tribe. That's what I do. I think that there's no structure here for a crash, but at the same time, you do have the structure for at least a consolidation in the big two, or at least two of the large 7. The others, we'll have to see how they do over the next week, probably 2 weeks, as the earnings come out. That's it. Have a great one. Stay safe. I'll see you next time.